All right, guys. Here's what I mean when I say Jey Uso is in a better position than John in both their current reigns. Now, naturally, John will be way more protected than Jey, as expected. But what I mean in a better position is how their story could go, how their reign could go, and how their challenges and what things they overcome will go from here. Now, let's start with John. Right now, John is on SmackDown, right? And if you look at the SmackDown roster, who's really going to go up against John outside Randy Orton? Because that was why I was really against the whole Orton match happening now. Because if you look at it, without Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes nowhere to be found. I believe Kevin is injured, and Roman Reigns is not coming back anytime soon. And most likely, when Roman Reigns does return, he's most likely going to go after Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman and all of the stuff going on there, which leaves people like Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, Damian Priest, probably Solo Sikoa, and maybe The Miz. Right now, all of these people are credible to a certain degree, but against John Cena and how he will be protected, it kind of falls flat. I believe the only credible person left will be Drew McIntyre. So I would say the best thing that can happen to John now will be filler feuds like with LA Knight, with The Miz. The Miz has beat John Cena before, so that would work before working his way up to Drew McIntyre and probably beating Drew or Damian Priest. Now, don't get me wrong, this will all be good matches, and I believe WWE should actually start investing in some filler feuds to help build some of these mid-card superstars. Now, if you pivot over to Raw, which is where things really get interesting, is with Jey, there is so much credibility because he has so many credible rivals on Raw. There is Sami Zayn, who could turn on Jey, or who could just be like, we're friends, but I'm still a wrestler and this is still a competition, and I want a title shot. There's CM Punk, who is not a friend of Jey, nor is he a friend of anybody at this point, but he came here to win titles, and let's be honest, CM Punk has done his side quests at this point. He has feuded with Drew McIntyre. He has been in the Survivor Series War Games. He has been in the WrestleMania main event. He got betrayed by Paul Heyman. He's currently doing a feud with Seth Rollins and his new faction. So he has pretty much done his own side quest, and at some point, he will eventually go for a world title, and that will most likely be with Jey Uso. When we have Gunther, the former world champion, who's coming back for his title, and that is also a very credible threat to Jey. There's people like AJ Styles, who may be going after Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship, but that doesn't change the fact that AJ Styles is a credible threat to anybody he faces for any title. Not to mention that AJ Styles is also a former world champion, so AJ going after Jey will also make sense at some point. Let's not mention there's also Seth Rollins, whose member in Braun Breaker attacked Jey not too quite long ago, let's say last Monday Night Raw. So there's still Seth Rollins on the other hand, and also another kicker right here. More than likely, the man's Money in the Bank winner would definitely go after Jey because John will protect it just the way they protected Roman Reigns and they protected Cody Rhodes. So definitely, it will make more sense if the man's Money in the Bank winner comes after Jey. So imagine Jey going up against all of these feuds and coming out on top. It will make Jey a more credible champion, in my opinion, compared to John, where more than likely he's just probably going to go against Randy Orton one more time, or maybe run into somebody new, who should be maybe LA Knight, who should all just be filler feuds for John. Whereas for Jey, every single person or more people on the other hand in Raw are all credible and are all more than likely could be champions and could beat Jey. And it will make sense if Jey beats all of them and retain his title over and over again. Now I get it, people will get tired of it. Already people are saying Jey can't cut a promo, but let's be honest, there's so many WWE superstars who have been champions who did not really cut amazing promos. Roman Reigns at one point in his career could not really cut good promos, and the man was a multi-time world champion. Say what you want, he had interesting matches. Brock Lesnar in his first two runs as the Beast Incarnate and the next big thing probably never even cut a real promo. He was still a champion. So let's be honest, does Jey need some work on the mic? Yes. Does Jey need some extra work to add more movesets in the ring? Yes. But is Jey a credible champion? Is yes to that as well. So in my opinion, Jey is in a better position given the people he has to go up against on Raw for his world heavyweight title. And it will make a whole lot of sense for Jey if he wins most of these people and retain multiple times. It's actually going to boost a lot for Jey, in my opinion. So for me, I believe Jey is in a better position as a champion. right now compared to John on SmackDown, who really has really no one left on the roster that's gonna make challenging him seem a bit worth it. Everybody on Jay's side makes it look like Jay could lose. But on the other hand, with John, it's more than certain he's not losing unless Cody comes back, or we work our way around to Roman, or work our way around to Drew McIntyre. And besides that, nobody else on the roster. There's no way LA Knight is beating John Cena for that title unless probably it's a fatal 4-way and he didn't pin John, or The Miz. Personally, I would love for The Miz and John to go again one more time, but that's just my opinion. In my opinion, Jay is in a better position. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.